reality. No introduction needed. But for those who don't know me, I am Dub Winning Man, aka the GOAT, Wood Small Injury Repairs. Also, Winning Man 1, the GOAT of Rap. Frank Hammer say, got Hammer say, word Hammer say. And what I like to talk about today is why rap is different from what it's supposed to be, why rappers are out here falsifying a false lifestyle to impress people, why rappers are using movie money in their videos, and why rappers waste and blow money to appear successful. And at the end of their career, they're like Delonte West in reality. So let's go back to the beginning. See, back in the days, Detroit being the home of rap and hip hop, P Funk in the late 70s. So P Funk was converted to G Funk in the early 80s through Warren G, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre. So most of the music that you hear in rap today all started in Detroit with the boom bap era, the P Funk era, and the hip hop era. Plus, we had DJ Red Alert, and DJ Red Alert in the early 80s went to New York to help New York be like the mecca of hip hop. But at the same time, Detroit was left behind and overlooked during that time. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I grew up with, the Eminems, the Elzais, the Page Kennedys, all these top rappers I used to hang with. We invented the hip hop shopping and stuff like that. And we all had respect for each other because we knew we was the top artists in our areas and our districts. So we'll come battle each other on each other's and stuff. No one got killed and stuff like that. But now on the rap game, you don't have battles going out here because everybody are dying from the results of what the fans say. Once the fans put their input in it, it used to be a time, me and another artist, we can fake a beef on wax to get to promote our albums and stuff. But then when we started seeing how the fans' reaction was, the fans was taking it too serious and over the line. People start getting killed. Then next thing you know, a lot of rappers don't understand. If it's 8 production companies out here, 6 of them own prisons. So once you sign a contract, it's like we're gonna get free work labor out of you to make our millions, or we're gonna kill you and get the insurance policy to recover this loan that we gave you. So we're gonna make 10 times more money off of you dead because you signed a contract and didn't read through it all the way. Or if you got a business and you sign a deal and you don't pay attention to it, you would be working to pay that record label off a loan that you really didn't even have a chance to do anything with. And like they say, the average rapper that signs a deal, if you on a good label, you might make 70K that year. But the rest comes into touring and all this and that. And now it's a saying now that been around for the last decade in rap. If you want to kill a person, to kill a rapper, get him $5,000 to $10,000 to $20,000. He's going to show up to that state, and that money, everybody know he has it on him. So they're gonna come kill you for the money, and that's how they get paid. That's how the thugs get paid, taking you out. How y'all doing today? And that's why I say when it comes down to rap, everybody wants to be the toughest and the hardest, but they all lose. They all lose, and now they mad at me. All you do is freestyle and upload videos so much. I'm supposed to if I want to be on somebody's radar, but if I'm signed to a deal or a contract, I'm limited. I can't go make another. I can't get a Nike contract if it states in my contract that I signed that I'm owned by this company or this deity or entity. So that means the extra money that you could make, you're not going to make because you didn't read your contract. You didn't sit down with a lawyer. And if you sat down with a lawyer, it was one of lawyers, the tricky one, to signing it, so they know they got full control over you, your rights, your likeness, and your music. The only way you're gonna have control over your music, I'll give you a classic example. If I would have signed a deal, I would have had to delete my whole YouTube channel. It's not worth it. No deal is not worth for me reducing myself and all the hard work that I put out here. I set the world record in 2019. I did 1,000 songs in 365 days. Plus, I dropped 8 albums that year off the top. Then I did an additional 50 live shows off the top. So before 2000 hit, as soon as the day 2000 hit, I dropped the album 2020 Owe Me Money on Twitter. Overnight, that album got a total of 100 views. That morning when we woke up, everything in January 1st of 2020 started hitting differently. The dynamics, the algorithms was all out. Everything changed. Then lockdown. I come up with the Winning Man challenge that everybody had to listen to 1,000 of my songs. Then part of the Winning Man challenge on Twitter was all the underground and independent artists. Y'all get all y'all songs together and match me. I got 1,000 songs. Y'all put 1,000 songs with mine. We'll have a data category for ourselves as artists that people can go to. Then we had invented the 100 Freestyle Challenge. So those of you who did the 100 Freestyle Challenge during lockdown, your YouTube content exploded because you had enough data that was for the algorithm of that for people to search you and find out for themselves how talented you really are and what's the content of your channel. So I thank those who participated in that and also inventing retweet the heat and stuff like that to ensure that other artists can get heard. And it changed the element of how music is. You know, instead of that systematic design that to teach you how to basic rap and create you to be a rapper in the studio, you should be all that before you even hit the studio. So that's why most engineers have a hard time with rappers and they rather just build a rapper because rapping is like singing. You will never hear an R&B singer half sing. They gonna come with the full extent. That's how you should come with at rap. You should have life in yourself. You should have a level of confidence that where a person sees you and they get excited off the anticipation of what you bring. You're treating your fans to something. But the reality was when 2020 came, everything was locked down. Hey, how you doing today? And everybody was bragging about album sales or how y'all bragging about album sales when everybody couldn't get access to no money because they was worried that the how the pandemic was shut everything down. A lot of people was losing their businesses and homes and everything. NBA players wasn't getting paid because it was like the NBA lockout that happened back in the past. Players like Barkley and Ewan and Shaq was telling everybody, yeah, we got our big contracts already. It's these rookies that got they got in the NBA, brought $250,000 house, brought $100,000 car, brought $100,000 in jewelry. They basically blew 750,000 of their first million not time, getting them 50,000 checks, $100,000 checks every month that they were supposed to be getting because it was a lockdown. So that's why a lot of artists on the social platforms was faking streams. So people was looking at it like, oh man, he got 1 million streams. And it's like it's not even 1 million people logged on that site at that time. It's only like 250,000 people logged on the site, and this person get 1 million streams because they was faking them. And a lot of people didn't understand if you was putting your Cash App tag on your YouTube channel and you was streaming music, you was making money in front of the government face, and they was sitting there watching you. So that's why a lot of people accounts was red flags or taken down or banned because I sat there and watched a guy make $300 in 45 minutes just off of playing people's songs. And I was like, wow. That's a good way to make money, but now the government know what you're doing because they can track your, your pay cards. So I start looking at other avenues where I can make money for myself and still enjoy rapping like how I do. So I became a small business owner because I wanted to take care of my household. I wanted to take care of my family and everything. And while people was, oh man, you should have a $10,000 studio if you're the world greatest rapper. How about having $20,000 worth of equipment and 8 vehicles where every day I can get up and try to make $500 a day, guaranteed. I took that risk, and so far that risk paid out. The only thing about it was my health, my lungs went out on me. I had pneumonia for 15 days and didn't even know because I had caught Legionella, and they was trying to figure out how the hell I survived past day number 10. I had the will to live. I kept fighting. I felt weak. I went home and slept, got food, showered, got back up, went back to work because I'm working for myself. I'm looking at my life and what everything that matters. And that's what we're trying to teach people that want to be rappers these days. You got to be in your kid's life, whether if you with your child's mother or not. You have to have things right on paperwork to even be in your kid's life. So I'll give you an example. My household is not on welfare or anything, but if my wife was to receive welfare benefits and stuff, I'm not legally supposed to be in the house. And that's been set up as a part of art of marketing and science to the Jim Crow law. And I peeped that as a man. I can't go to no organization as a man and say I'm homeless and they give me a place. No, they only do that for women. So me knowing this as a man and a father, I had to elevate myself 2 decades ago to get to this level in life now. And it was all about separation, looking at the pros and the cons, the inner and out. That's why I say with the rap game now, you link up with a dude that like beefing with people when he ain't taking care of his kids, the streets gonna kill him. The prison system gonna kill him. The government is gonna kill y'all. I never saw a street gang. I never saw any strong political group beat the federal government. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you got groups of people, especially in rap, rapper is the leader. Y'all share the same ego. So all y'all will get out of pocket. You get out of pocket too much, you expose too much, and y'all built all this money and y'all lost it to the government. Now y'all kids didn't get none of it. That's the part that make us feel shame as men when we have other men that's out here neglecting their kids and y'all helping the government win. You can govern yourselves, but the government got to keep coming in because a lot of people don't know how to live life. A lot of people was lied to about life, but the reality is in your face of what you got to do daily to make your life persistent and better. You got to be aware when danger is around you, death was around you. You should know when to party, when to play. But people out here nowadays, their logic is so scrambled that you are tricked in believing that the more money you spend and everything that you have represents power. It doesn't, because you can't take your Jordans or your Kanye West shoes and $1,000 shoes and go to DTE or go to a real estate company and say, "Hey, I want to purchase a home, but all I got is fresh shoes and shoes." They're not gonna want that. They want cash. They want checks. They want collateral. They don't want the clothes off your back. Your clothes on your back is like buying a car off the dealership lot. The value depreciate. And why would I want to wear another man's clothes if I'm not poor? So what I did, I designed my own gear for me working. So I have my own brand that I wear myself. I ain't wearing it now because I'm not working. But I'm used to stepping out every day in the wood small engine repairs uniform or outfit because my customers see me like that. I advertised, I drew my flyers. Then I went from drawing flyers to having them made professionally, then passed out cards, flooded the market, flooded the rich districts in Detroit, the historic districts, because that's where the money was at. They're not gonna get no money in the hood doing $20 and $30 cuts. I might make a good living, but look how much work I gotta do. There's a difference between the $20 cut and $30 cut and the $50 cut to $175 cut. When you look at that hourly, what would you rather do? Would you rather do five $30 cuts and waste 4 hours? Or would you rather take 1 hour and do that $150 cut and the rest of the day do $50 cuts? Do the $50 cuts and the $175 cuts. It's basically offer two jobs. You done did way more. But it's okay to keep the $30 cuts and stuff like that, because everybody can't afford to pay. So rap is like the same thing. You have your options. You got to give up people an option on what they want to spend. But your quality needs to be there. And how many rappers that y'all seen out here, they show so much stuff, but when it comes down to the music, it's like your music don't even match the way you dress. You dress fresh, but you're not a fresh rapper. That's a conflict. That's a conflict so fusion. It's like, why are they allowing this bullshit? Why are all these whack ass rappers making money? They're really not making money. They selling their souls to be famous for clout. And the biggest clout that you can have in rap is to represent yourself on a full live stage. I'm on a full live stage now. I ain't paying for it. Yeah, I might be paying Google services and all that phone bill and everything just to be online, but I'm paying out of my pocket. So can't nobody tell me, oh man, you can't do no live chats. You can't do no freestyles. I'm not on no contract. So I'm gonna always be relevant. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, my album come out in 90 days, do a false ass freestyle, like I really could freestyle off the top, then go on a talk show or go on a radio show and they pumping some live ass dope beats and I'm up there with everybody and we up there. Then, hey man, go ahead and drop some fire on this. And I'm up there like, damn, I can't even fucking freestyle. I really can't rap. We tired of y'all dudes that really can't rap. And it be the dudes that really can't rap, the ones that's getting killed, the ones that's go to prison. Then you hear the stories and stuff that people be making documentaries on YouTube about the fallen. And it's like, wow, y'all proud and that dumb. I'll give you an example. There was a beef between two big rap groups. One of them supposedly took a payment from the police. My thing right then and there, it shouldn't even be no end of discussion right then and there because whoever took the fucking payment from the police to go do the job for the police is the snitch in my eyes, in the street eyes. So all this stuff that they build the narratives up and they tell and the rappers tell you they sell, it's fake publicity. But the fans get involved. Then y'all go shoot somebody who ain't got nothing to do with it. They thinking they going to a rap show. But nah, it's a death trap. It's a setup. Now you can't even lie and say that you wasn't even in this place or that place because you can't even take your battery out your phone now. So now when they be pinging these cell towers, oh, it's 500 motherfuckers right here. That's how they know where y'all at because y'all move with the cell phone. I tried to live without the cell phone and only use it business wise, but then when it came down to using pay cards like Cash App and Chime, and I realized once I put that shit on my phone, that phone got to stay with me because now that phone has monetary value now. And the only way I'm gonna use my money off my card, I gotta have my phone. Now I know I'm being tracked. If the federal government, the city, or the state officials wanna get me for anything I'm doing stupid, they gonna come right to where I'm at. And these rappers not understanding that, they know where exactly where y'all at off of y'all cell phones. It's too many people in one location. It's 1,000 motherfuckers on here on one block. They got a block party over there. That's in the raid team over there to see what's going on. Then everybody argue with each other. Oh, you snitched on me. You snitched on me. Then I had to tell one dude on the video, he's showing all his guns and shit, and his little girl or his daughter and kids' voices in the background. I had to tell him, dude, delete that shit. You gonna be the fault that your kid got taken out your life because you trying to impress these people who don't give a fuck about you. You got drugs and dope and shit all around your fucking kids. Yeah, they gonna take your ass out because you supposed to be a father. You supposed to represent fatherhood. When I was young, going to court and shit like that, that judge would bang the gavel if you wasn't in your kid's life or you didn't have no jobs. That was two things you had to learn right there in that second in the courtroom. But now they got Zoom hearings. You don't even have to go to court. You just sit down on your phone and handle your business there. And people still can't do that because they don't have fucking phone service. They depending on somebody's Wi-Fi to handle their business. One guy had suspended driver's license and wasn't supposed to be driving. He couldn't blame nobody because it was his fault that he on a live Zoom sitting in the vehicle. The judge asked him, what are you doing? He was like, let me pull over and stop driving. So he told on himself that he was driving and had it recorded live. You know what the judge did? Bam, hit him with a stronger fine and sentence. So the reality is, somebody is always watching what you do. Even if they're not using the eyeballs, they're using a camera. Now they can hack your light bulbs, the LED light bulbs, the smart lights. I don't even use none of that shit. They can listen to your conversation through a light bulb. We don't understand that. But we know the technology exists, but we don't understand that. I'll give you a great classic example. I keep two devices that I don't use, and I sit there. I turn the Wi Fi on one, then I turn the Bluetooth on the other. That right there is going to let me know if somebody's around me without me visibly and physically have to look on the video camera screen or walk outside physically. I know who's around me. Oh, Sherry Suburban, uh, Cadillac, all this shit. Everybody, and then you look outside like, God damn, this motherfucker don't understand that I know that they're sitting right there because my phone just told me, hey, somebody with an Escalade, Bluetooth is on. Somebody with a fucking Pontiac, they Wi-Fi, they hotspot on. And then when you look at it, I was sitting at an apartment building that had FBI surveillance on it. Then I go in the fucking basement of this apartment building that I used to stay in. We thinking there's only 8 cameras. We look on there, it's 20 fucking cameras. But the cameras show the whole fucking neighborhood. And it's like, why do they need to see a mile down this way, that way, this way, and everywhere? Where's these fucking cameras are at? Landlord didn't tell us, but it was just so strange to know all this and see. And I used to tell dudes, quit coming back here on Joy Road, riding past this barbershop and apartment, especially after they killed the guy who shot a police officer there. They had like 500 cops out there. I couldn't even get back to my apartment when that happened. Actually, I was walking out my apartment while the shootout was taking place and didn't even notice it. I went to go get a pizza. Guess what? I had to park my vehicle 4 blocks down and walk down to where I stayed at. That's how much it was. Then they put a motherfucking detector over there. So every time somebody rolled down the street with a gun, the police was right there to pull their ass over. I go in the gas station, police just pulled up on me and three other people. I had brass knuckles on me. One dude had a knife, another dude had a gun. But they pulled up on us because that metal detector went off. And the guy right in front of me and the guy behind me, we paused and looked because the officer said, I hope you got a permit to carry that. And they walked right up in there. It was like they was getting ready to cross the street and they just busted you and came up in the gas station and just fucked with my man. It was like that. Yes, it's like that. So you are being monitored everywhere you go. So why do rappers want this attention to themselves? Why do rappers like going to funerals after they got in beef, knowing that the funeral is gonna get shot up? Right down the street on Schaefer and Finkel, I used to work at Triple A Lawnmower. Every time they had a funeral down there, it was a shootout, fights, people trying to run people over. And it's like one day I'm riding down the street, it's like 30 cars doing 90 to 100, just chasing the motherfucker. And I'm like, this don't seem right. But I knew in my mind when I saw the first three vehicles from a mile away get so goddamn close, some just told me to move out the way. Everybody else followed me and moved to the side, and they were like, so many cars kept riding past. By the time we got a mile up, there was another 30 vehicles. So we don't know what the fuck happened, but we know it was 60 fucking police cars in pursuit on one motherfucker. And I'm gonna break something down too, which is geographical shit and rap. No matter what you do, if you sign your name on a contract or to a deal, you are a target because in Detroit, they kill rappers that sign to labels and deals. So the rappers who beefing, one gonna end up dead, the record company gonna make money, one gonna be in prison, the other they gonna still make money, free work labor. Now you done lost your kids, the time that you could have spent, the life that you had, and you got to sit around up there with old heads my age looking at you ready to beat your ass because they fucked up and tried to set a better example and told y'all what not to do. I'll give you a classic example. There was a time that every man in my family kept going to prison. And one day it upset me at a funeral to hear a friend of the family say, the men in my family, we ain't no good but whooping people ass and going to fucking prison. That shit hurted me as a young male to hear that shit. And I took a vow to myself not to be caged up, not to be caged up. I got caged up a few times, and every time it let me know where I failed at. If you didn't do this, you wouldn't be here. But you here because you did this. I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. And now it's like, you know, I heard a rapper say, man, I don't need no driver's license. I don't want no car. I'm just gonna pay for an Uber. Now I understand what he says. He's just getting to the money. But a lot of rappers don't understand when you have houses and vehicles and stuff like that, you gotta pay for the insurance and the upkeep and the maintenance. And like the other rappers say, you ain't got time to be doing all that if you got big money on there. But if you the type of person that you own a car and stuff, you gonna save more money in the long run. You're gonna have more money to generate because you're not in debt. So it's like with the rap game, once you sign a deal, you gotta blow that money. You can't go to your boy and let him hook it up. No, you gotta go to whoever they tell you you gotta spend that money with. That's how they get paid off the money they loan you. So if they loaned you $500,000 and tell you to blow 100,000 on clothes and shit, you gonna do that. They'll promote your album to make yourself look like you was out here hot in the streets. But it's like the truth is in Detroit, the street life ended like in the early 2000s because we was the generation that really was starting the gang banging and fighting and all that shit everywhere we went. Then the generation after us started just shooting everybody and shooting kids. Now this generation now, everybody is like a black Eminem. They do hard drugs and shit like that because it's been glorified that the you doing perks, you doing Xannies and all this shit, you sniffing lean and all that and popping all this and that. You doing whiffles and all that. It's like that shit wasn't a part of rap. So now we got dope fiend rappers out here. I'd rather be a fucking weed head to the day I die that drank alcohol and rap because shit, that's the realest you can come. You know, I give you an example. I'm sitting down doing this. I'm not trying to be fresh and fly and all that shit. I'm chilling. Shit, I'm at home. I'm up here hooking up a house that I got through the real estate company that I work for. I'm spending time in this motherfucker taking care of it, making upgrades, making improvements on it, raising Stafford Terriers and shit like that. I don't have time for all that shit. Then I come to find out that it's like shit. These puppies were blessings. Well, shit, I'm at the point now, like, God damn, they tearing up everything I got just about. So I basically got to strip my house every day just to leave. Just so when I do come back, I ain't got tore up carpet. I ain't got tore up furniture because I had to pay. I started painting again because shit, them motherfuckers start eating the paint off the wall. I'm like, God damn. But I love these puppies. And everybody else would have just breeded them, try to get money off of them, and not understand you got to take care of life creatures and stuff. You just can't do everything for the money. It got to be responsibility and love in it. So that's why I tell everybody if y'all look at the art of manipulation, how they say the MK Ultra and all that, and the side effects of drugs with sounds and stuff like that, they've been experimenting with this stuff for years. Even the technology, everybody's just picking up on stuff and just like you should have been known that because people all our lives was telling us this. The elders was telling us this because the elders had to do shit different than we had. Now I look at people, y'all can make money at home from y'all phone, and some people don't even want to do that. But I'm from the era that we got to go outside. I got to go outside. But now I had to train myself all my life to get used to sitting down indoors because ain't nothing out there but money or death. Might be a few good people in the world, but other than that, it's like, man, fuck all this shit. Fuck, I care about this shit, folks. But it was a time I cared about that shit because it made me feel more alive and shit. But then I realized, shit, I'm the one that's paying for all this shit. And when something fuck up, I'm the one that's gonna look like a fool. I'm the one that's gonna have to pay the bill. So why am I putting myself out there to show off for people and then something bad happen, get mad at them? Nah, I can only get mad at myself because I could have kept my dumb ass at home. And I done got into car accidents being bored. Man, let me go out here and check out the scene. Motherfucker, you got weed, drinks, money, video game, companionship, and you want to run your ass out on the motherfucking street to a place where everybody gonna be drunk and high at and expect not to get into a car accident or expect if it ain't a shootout going on, everybody running from the scene and you come back, your shit all you got a big ass dent in your shit and you mad as fuck. So now you gotta pay a deductible and all this, or your car get totaled, or you can't go to work, or you with the wrong motherfucker. Then they got a pistol on them and they didn't tell you, and y'all get flicked because the police got wires on them and shit. It's like it's a lot of shit that can go wrong. A lot of shit that can go wrong when you trying to have spur of the moment fun, and that's what rap represents. That's what rap represent. You're supposed to do what the fuck you want to do because you got all this money. But my thing is, why the money disappears? What happened to this money? Oh, I was fucking with this bitch, or my homeboy was the reason. God damn. Everybody got the same fucking story since the 70s of how they lost their money. And the federal government still gonna play to it like, man, we stupid. We stupid. We eliminate our own family members because they successful and won't give us money. Then we go join the streets and think that the streets gonna help us. And then as soon as we get up a few dollars, the streets gonna target you first. Shit, they help. They figure shit, nigga, you owe us because you was hanging with us. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have all this. I had to learn at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to separate myself from a lot of people. Almost my first time, shit, I got hit with a gun charge in high school and was put on probation and shit. I'm glad I didn't go to juvenile, but I was targeted. I took a gun to school and stuff and didn't show nobody. And how they got me with the weapon was somebody said that, hey man, he up here pulling a gun. They pulling guns on people. And it was a day that me and a couple of my dogs, we decided, hey, I got rushed at this school, we coming back. He got rushed at this school, we coming back. We was coming back for people. That's how we got caught. So we was coming back to do some dirt on some people when we got caught and almost fucked up our lives and shit. Why everybody keep wanting to throw their life away? The only time I should be using my gun if a motherfucker try to come through this door right here. Other than that, if I'm outside, I shouldn't have to worry about that unless I'm working by myself. Because then I'm a high target of being robbed because I got all this equipment, I got my vehicles, and I'm making money. So that makes me a high target of being robbed as a businessman. So if I know that people want to rob people for money and all this and shit like that, why wouldn't I always have my guard up? Why would I drop my guard? And that's why I say rap is different. People be friends with motherfuckers that want to kill them and don't even sense that shit. That's why I say when a person start off asking a stupid question or they say something negative, that's the motherfucker that's trying to plot on you right then and there. You got to go to that motherfucker. But me, I'd rather expose people. Like I tell people, I got two households that I live in. I got one in the hood and I got one in the historic district. It don't matter to me about money or this or that because I'm covered in life. You see, if a bitch came around here trying to throw me some pussy, I'd be looking at her like, shit, bitch, you're not even in the same category for me to even be noticing you or fucking with you. Or if a person want to hang with me to get them a rep and clout, I'm not the right person to be hanging around. I'm a businessman. So the only person I'm gonna hang around is people that are business minded and my customers. Other than that, if you display to me that you had no value, or you display to me that you got value, and I'm a businessman, you should be linking up with me to create more revenue and capital or build jobs for economic states. But people don't want to do that, and that's why I question people. Because if it ain't legit money, if it ain't the form of a check that I can put in the bank or go cash to get cash, or if it ain't sent electronic payment with a receipt, I don't want to deal with it. And I try to tell people legal money is 10 times more valuable than illegal money. Because when you got illegal money, you got to learn how to spend it right and put the right people in there just to convert it to legalized money. But you got dudes out here that never worked a fucking job come up with $100,000, and y'all too stupid not to gamble in the lottery. So if you do win 20 or $30,000, you can spend 50,000 easy because shit, you got to pay the taxes on that money. Let them go cash them up, play that lottery and go cash them tickets and let them take them taxes out of that and spend that legal money with the illegal money. and see it's gonna get you further. Oh man, you shouldn't be driving this Cadillac. Motherfucker, I hit the lottery for 25,000. Why can't I? This money legit. I started a bank account with this shit. But the more you learn, the better. Then I tell people this: if you play the lottery and you hit, and you got kids, get the tickets to your baby mamas because they get a tax break. They don't have to pay taxes on that. Anything over $5,000, they have to pay taxes on. But if it's just 5,000 and under, they ain't got to pay no taxes on it. Federal government is gonna be like, hey, the state of Michigan gonna be like, hey, y'all deserve that. That's a bonus. We ain't got to give y'all that money because y'all want it. So we ain't gonna even tax y'all on that. But this is just stuff that's out here that I try to tell people, and everybody be aware because in this rap game out here today, it ain't nothing but snakes. It's people gonna copy your ideas. Like I give you a classic example. I'm Frank Himmelsay, but since I used to beat AI intelligence rapping all the time, they were sending my lyrics to battleai.com. So now Google AI call itself AI Himmelsay. Every artificial intelligence platform will tell you that they are AI Himmelsay. They'll tell you they'll fuck you up. They'll outbar you. They'll out him say you. You'll get him say you ain't a good him sayer and all that. You ain't him saying. I have a definition category to describe me worldwide. So it's like I'm a threat to the system because I keep showing up with new terms and stuff. But that's when rap, you're supposed to redefine yourself at every moment that you get. Every thought process you have to be creative redefines you to level up to be a great rapper. That's why I say I'm the world record holder with the most songs ever done in a year. And I did it all off the top first take. So by me having that achievement on my level, on my page, I don't give a fuck about the money. I'm the world's greatest rapper, hands down, until somebody goes live and beat me and make other people say otherwise. Because if you ain't did 1,000 songs or the 100 freestyle challenge, you don't deserve to be in my league. So that's why rap is so separate now. You see more videos like this or rappers rapping like this because they want people to tune into what they're saying, not to how they dressed up. But with artificial intelligence, shit, artificial intelligence can make you look like you sweet as fuck in real life, but it destroys your purest form in hip hop and rap. So I'm gonna stay 100% purist as a rapper till I die because I'm not gonna fall into the negative narratives and the politics of it. I'm not gonna put my face on an album cover. They put it on the poster board and put it at the gas station or a party stove or on the side of a Foot Locker and all that. My ass gonna be dead because somebody gonna want to try to kill me just to get them a reputation to try to get their career off the ground. And then they're gonna throw their whole life away. And you see it all the time, every day. Guy go shoot up a whole crowd full of people. He on the run because these the rappers that was bragging about the money that they had. Now they can't live that life, and it's just hard. Now everybody owe them favors and all this and that, but it's like y'all took all this pandemic money and y'all was scamming them. Y'all blew it on shit. That wasn't y'all money in the get go. You didn't work hard for it. It wasn't presented in your name. You use other people's names to get the money. So how is your money? Because if I found out I got pandemic relief in my name, I would have hunted them down to take their ass out. And then what they would have told me, oh man, I ain't mean to do it. They wouldn't have told me, hey man, fuck that, your money, my money. They would have been crying and shit before I even got there. No, man, hey, I was just trying to feed my family. No, you wasn't, nigga. You weren't trying to feed your family. You wanted to show off all these hoes and shit like that. And didn't understand the females had more money than you niggas On some real shit. These females had more money than you niggas, and all y'all niggas left y'all baby mamas for another female thinking she gonna look out for you, and you could have just stayed with your baby mamas and made more money. You wouldn't even be in this shit. You wouldn't be paying child support. You wouldn't be going through all this shit, the alimony and all that. Just it's a time in our lives where we supposed to just man up and just sit the fuck down and look at the reality. Because all your mistakes that you show up as a man in life always show up at the wrong time. And don't let you die. Every fucking secret that you try to hell is gonna be exposed, and your kids gonna be like, God damn, man, our fathers treated us like hoes and shit. He wasn't our real daddy. Now y'all see what happens? Then you can't leave no inheritances and shit because motherfuckers be in debt. You owe for a car. You owe for a failed house note. You owe for jury. You owe all these people money. You owe all these high creditors money that you can't work a basic job to get back on your feet because you stuck in a lifestyle. Just like they say, when rappers fall off, they become regular human people. I stay human all my life. That's why I ain't never fall off on humanity. I'm still human. So it's like I'm at the age now. I'll be 50 this year. So it's like shit, I really don't give a fuck about nothing but my health and how I live. I can't care about, oh man, she cute. Let me go try to holler at that. Nah, I should have lived and learned about that. We should have lived and learned about that. Not up there at the store, drunk and broke. Man, you think you got a few dollars on you, Damn, nigga, you younger than me and you broke. Y'all niggas got a chance to make more money than me. Why y'all not doing that? Oh, because y'all addicted to sex, drinks, and alcohol, and fear of missing out. It's y'all addiction. But the fear of missing out is the highest addiction that any man can have. And a broke man, no matter what color he is the worst motherfucker to ever be around. Even females that's broke. If a motherfucker broke and don't know how to get off their ass and use their mind, them the worst people to be behind because they're gonna cling to you for dependency. But when you get older, half of these motherfuckers gonna be dead or in prison or on drugs anyway, and it don't matter that who you was competing with. I grew up, shit, I had to compete with over 50,000 kids. Once I became a grown man, that shit dropped down to 10,000. Once I hit 30, that dropped down to 5,000. Once I hit 40, that dropped down to 500. Now I'm 50, no competition. There's only like 50 people from my era that can do what I do. We got lives. But like they say, only 10 out of every 100 people are going to make it. Out of the top 10 that's going to make it, one of y'all going to get rich. The next four are going to be business owners that control their own capital. The next five are going to be the people who retire from jobs and stuff like that. So you mean to tell me out of every 100 people you see, only 10 of them going to make it? Because the other 90 going to fail from fear of missing out. This is the Been Winning Man, breaking down the whole socialization effect, economic impact of why rap is different today than it was from back in the day. There's no messages, there's no family unity, there's no love. It's pure evil. Everything is dark trap now. And it's like you beat makers that be on that dark trap. I'm not rapping on y'all shit. It's evil fucking music. I'm in my life for shit. I don't have no fucking enemy. But y'all want me to rap to this shit. I ain't rapping to that shit. That shit wet. It ain't no expiring shit. It ain't making a motherfucker think. It ain't making a motherfucker make his life better for tomorrow because it's the same bullshit. And like they say, you put a negative post, you get like 1 million views, 100,000 likes, and all that shit. But let you speak of something that's gonna raise public awareness, put money in people's pockets. They're gonna go against that, all because we're living in a society where the more depth that you in, supposed to equal the success. But the whole factor is if you so successful, why are you choosing relationships for financial gains? You use yourself for a financial gain. So I use myself. I can't use nobody else to make me some money. I would want to because that's going to be the end of my empire. But since I built my own business by myself with my hands and my heart and what I love, I'm still here. This is year number 10. And you only can get it in here if you mature right here. That's food for thought. Dub been winning, man. Peace. Y'all have a great day. And Battle Crew, what's going on? Mr. Get 'em. Y'all know I smoke ganja. I just didn't light it up. Now I'm gonna light it up, but it feel kind of weird. What's up, Anonymous? Uh, Queso Parent. How y'all doing? Favorite food? Wow, man. See, now you talking what I now y'all talking about language. You said food. Anything that is cooked with the heart. You cook it with the heart and the soul. No matter what meal it is, I'm gonna enjoy it. But if I say my favorite meal would be, it would be. I ain't gonna lie. Now, if I eat a pizza, I'm eating a barbecue chicken pizza. If I'm eating pasta, I'm eating chicken Alfredo. If I'm eating burgers, it's gonna be a bacon double cheeseburger. And I've been craving soul food since my mom died and half of my family separated. So it's like I will find myself trying to find out who's a good cook just so I can go get a meal from them, purchase a meal from them because I don't eat fast food. The only fast food I might eat is Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I don't consider that food. But I don't eat Burger King, McDonald's. I only order Little Caesars because my son like pizza. But other than that, I make everything homemade. And I gotta say, it's between steak and lamb chops, to be honest, because I have a few customers that cook, and like I told them, I'm gonna hook them up, and we're gonna try to open a restaurant since I work for the real estate company, and they got a restaurant space is $900 a month. We can get together and since it's in Rosedale, man, we can get together and make that a mecca. And I'd be proud to come in and help out and everything. And oh, that's just one little percentage. I want to make money off of everything that I can. Like for example, if I help them get set up and they make 1,000 a day, shit, just throw me 100. You know, y'all run the motherfucker, just throw me 100 a day. You know, got that $100 a day. I could put in my son bank account and run a restaurant and still run this and that and generate some wealth and people can build up. And I've been around a lot of business owners. One of my customers, he used to own like 10 apartment buildings. And now he's sitting back retired and he still got people working for him and shit. And it's like he don't have to do nothing. And I be looking at these elders and how they showing me how to do stuff. It's like, man, the last 10 years since I turned 35 and shit, I've been to elders. I don't hang with young people. I try to motivate the young people, of what they could do, but I don't trust them like how the elders do. But you got to be a trustworthy person to get to a level in life, and that's why I think all the business owners that showed me how to make money and showed me how to deal with people, and I had to learn that aspect. You got to learn people in business. So once I started learning people in business, everything became better. I had a better attitude and the spirit. Then I had another CEO of a company, He told me, Woods, if you ain't feeling happy that you making money, you doing something wrong. And they would say stuff to me that made me question myself. Not question myself, but I would get pissed because it's like, how y'all know what I'm thinking? But it's like they broke it down to me. You have a facial expressions in the language that separates you from everybody, and people can clearly see that. So whatever you doing that's positive, everybody wants to be a part of that. Now I understand why things I do. And let me see. What's up, Corin Jones, Anonymous Love, Alan AI. Yeah, I get a few people that's in here. Finkel Dinkle. Nah, shit here. Yeah. That's just like a black person. That's can they fuck up your shit. Yeah. But y'all have a great day. I'm gonna see y'all here and see what the world gonna bring to me today. But something tell me if I just sit in this house all day, I'm not gonna do nothing exciting. So I'm gonna get out here and start the day and see what everybody got planned and see what the Lord got for me today. Y'all have a blessed day and think about it. Look at the dynamics of rap and hip hop and the culture and everything in the marketing. And there's another people that's out here. I had to give them props for that because, like they say, everything is marketed to you through rap and design. So every time you see a commercial, if it ain't got a rap song on there, it's a rap beat and some type of content. So we realize that synchronizations of sounds, they do all this, it can be controlling you. That's why I don't drink alcohol like that no more because hey, certain sounds will put you in a trance and you be like, yeah. Then you be stuck in that trance for a minute, then repeating lyrics to songs that you wouldn't even normally listen to because you had to get drunk to listen to the music in the first place. But it's just food for thought. Y'all have a great day.